or no lemon?
Iced tea.
Iced tea be great.
Well, it's a sweet or maybe even an unsweetened celebration.
Iced tea.
Iced tea.
Drinking iced tea.
Y'all ready?
It's tea time.
Wake up! 4!
Oh, not that kind of tea time.
Oh, wow. Have I got this entirely too loud on my end? Morning, Doc.
Morning. So we're not talking about that kind of tea time.
No, apparently not. It's National Iced Tea Day.
Oh, it is that kind of, well, not that kind of tea time, like 10, 2, and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, tea was invented way before I thought it was.
Yeah, it was the Chinese, actually.
Yeah, but like in, what was that, 2732 BC.
Mm-hmm.
And it was invented by accident.
Don't you love those?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like the story goes, one day the wind blew leaves from a wild tree into Emperor Nung, whatever.
That guy.
Yeah, into his pot of boiling water. He sipped the intriguing brew and was instantly enchanted by its delicate flavor and refreshing effect.
That guy.
Yeah, described a warm feeling as he drank the intriguing brew, as if the liquid was investigating every part of his body.
Oh, he must have had some of that sleepy time tea.
Boy, I'm going to tell you now. He named the brew Cha-Ah. Cha-Ah.
Chow?
No, Cha-Ah.
Chai.
Cha-Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I could say that.
Well, oh, yeah, so if you go to Starbucks, you just ask for cha.
Ah.
You know, it's funny, coffee and cigarettes were kind of formed the same way.
The wind blew it into somebody's boiling pot?
Well, the coffee, yes, and they're like, wow, that's crazy. You pour water over these beans, and you get this wonderful flavor of, wow, and I feel really excited.
You know, hey, jump.
And then with the cigarette thing, it was like, you know, they were burning some leaves and stuff because they were trying to clear a field, and it was like, you know, hey, man, this has got a nice, smooth, mild flavor.
Dude, I got an idea.
Got an idea, man.
You know, I'm thinking we roll this stuff up and smoke it.
So, you know, Marlboro was the guy who owned the land and everything, and then they were like, yeah, come on down to Marlboro country, you know, where the flavor is.
Next thing you know, there's a cowboy on a billboard smoking us. Yeah.
Yeah. Fractured History Moment brought to you by
these fine sponsors. Everybody's Antiques in El Dorado. That's where you're going to find an exceptionally wide variety of antiques, gifts, and collectibles, knickknacks, sports memorabilia, and good news, they finally got their shipment of tires in.
Oh, God, I thought you were saying they finally got their something else together.
No, that's not funny.
Because I was like, what? Oh, okay, shipment.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Ooh, that was a close one. Everybody'sAntiques.com. They've got all the information you could ask for over there. You can call them up, 870-875-1444, see if they have the right shipment of tires for you. Just saying, man.
Kind of like that Kmart commercial.
Oh, dude.
I shipped
Yeah.
my bed. I shipped my furniture.
Yeah, you know, the announcer on that was sweating bullets. Okay, you know, 'cause we just wait to screw up. 'Cause, I mean,
Dude, that was a great ad campaign.
yes.
Because you remember it.
Well, years ago, man, you know, we had an insurance agent here in Camden, and I did the whole ship happens
Yeah.
ad campaign, and it was funny. Anyway, all right. Everybody's Antiques. Shop them. You can check them out on Facebook because they got all sorts of stuff going on. 870-875-1444. Cabin Rural Health Services over in Hampton. Those folks, man, I can't say enough good things about them because they're just wonderful people. Cabin Rural Health, helping several people in several counties of southwestern Arkansas. You can learn more on their website, cabun.org, or just call them up, 870-798-4299. Stories Floor and Carpet, 2004 Lorraine in El Dorado, 870-862-9446. They can sand and refinish your hardwood floors using their dust containment system. Financing's available with approved credit, and they've got a large selection of samples of tile and decorative accents to choose from. Stop by the showroom, 2004 Lorraine, or call them up, 870-862-9446. Flaming Pig Barbecue. Well, you can get some of that good old Flaming Pig stuff this weekend. Sunday, to be exact. They will be open at the Camden Airport Food Court in East Camden. Okay. Friday. They're open today?
Today, 10:30.
Well, when did they decide that?
Last night.
Yeah, because, yesterday it was Sunday.
Nope. Today it's Friday at the airport food court. At 10:30 until all items run out. Oh, the full menu, too. And now we are being interrupted by the EAS.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just shut up for a second here. I was watching you, being as nobody else can hear us, I was watching you doing your show this morning when it went off the first time.
When the what?
When it went off the first time.
Oh. It's just for Clark County. Dallas County. Ooh, Washita County. Okolona. Okay, we're back.
You better call Mitch at Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, 837-2560.
So that's for Pike, Dallas, Clark, and Washita.
Yes.
Severe thunderstorm warning. It's coming, baby. It's coming.
It's headed right for us.
Shooting to the sky. No,
All
don't
right.
do that.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Anyhow, before we were rudely interrupted.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the Flaming Pig way back then, and
you moved on.
Yes, well, I just figured we'd go ahead and get it through and, all of that neat stuff. Don't forget, though, Flaming Pig will be open till sold out today.
Maybe.
And, yeah.
They're permitted.
If they don't get blown away. You get on out there and get some of your favorite Flaming Pig items. They always pick the wrong day for me. I'm going the other direction today.
I was going to say, what's wrong with today, man? Today's Friday.
Yeah, but I got to go to Elder Radio.
Oh. Again? Nope. No, we're still on the air.
Well, that's, I guess, one of our other stations.
Maybe.
Because it's going off in the other room.
Okay, that's got to be KBEU then. Oh, now it's us.
There we are.
There we go. Now we get it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, it's going to be one of those shows.
Yes, it is.
I can tell right now I probably ought to go ahead and roll this 30 break. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Let it go ahead and run through. Good Friday morning, everybody. We are expecting showers and thunderstorms throughout the morning. Some of these storms could be severe, but the sun's going to poke its head out a little later. Temperatures should reach near 87. Tonight, 30% chance of more rain late. It'll be mostly cloudy with an overnight low near 68. Saturday, sunny and 91. Saturday night, clear and 70. Sunday's going to be sunny and hot with temperatures near 97. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ.
It's time to check the Radio Works South Arkansas Community Bulletin Board.
Grace Baptist is having Vacation Bible School Monday through Thursday, June 27th through 30th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. 4 years to 6th grade. Kids will get creative juices flowing at Spark Studios, exploring their artistic side in Bible Study Studio, Crafts Design Center, Music Soundstage, and Missions Workshop. Discovering creativity is a gift from God. Grace Baptist Church, 1505 California in Camden. Call 836-5382. Register online at gracebaptistcamden.org.
Local sports update.
Hello, sports fans, with a look at local games and scores. I'm Kelly Blair. Arkansas Pulpwood pulled a split at El Dorado on Thursday, winning the 17 and under game by the score of 8-5 before falling in the second game, the 19 and under contest, by the score of 14-4. In the first game, Pulpwood took a 1-0 lead in the first inning and a 3-1 lead in the third, only to see El Dorado to come storming back and take a 4-3 advantage. Pulpwood responded with 5 runs in the fourth, however, to take an 8-4 lead and hung on from there to win by 3. Sam York scored 3 times after reaching base on a hit, a catcher's interference, and a walk. Landon Morgan had a 2 RBI double, while Dason Conley had 2 hits. Pierce Finley also had a hit, while Braden O'Hara had an RBI double. In the second game, Pulpwood again took a 1-0 lead early, but the wheels came off in the third inning when El Dorado scored 7 runs. The Drillers pushed their lead to 10-1 before Gunnar Branch launched a massive 3-run homer over the left field fence for the Camden squad. El Dorado came back to end the game in the 5th on a run rule. Pulpwood will now take 2 16 and under teams and their 19 and under team to Benton this weekend for the Heroes Memorial Classic Tournament. Pulpwood manager John Dawson III said they are taking 2 16 and under squads because too many of the older players couldn't make the tournament this weekend. The Arkansas Razorbacks start their best of 3 Super Regional Series against the North Carolina Tar Heels on Saturday. Game time for the opener is 10 a.m. on Saturday, with pregame coverage starting at 9:30 on Fox Sports Camden, 97.1 FM on your radio dial. The 2 teams will then play at noon on Sunday, with a time for Monday's game to be announced if necessary. For even more updates throughout the day, check out our website at YesRadioWorks.com or follow us on Facebook. That'll wrap it up for now with your sports update. I'm Kelly Blair. I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is sports.
Good morning, South Arkansas. It's time for the Ouachita River Report for Friday, June 10th. In Camden, the current gauge reading is 14.53 feet. Arkadelphia is currently at 8.37 feet. Thatcher Lock and Dam currently sits at 78.1 feet. And at Morro Bay State Park, the gauge reading is 66.5 feet. There is no doubt that Camden was by far the greatest cotton mart in southern Arkansas, with as many as 4 steamboats a day arriving to haul the cotton south to New Orleans. Once this heavy steamboat traffic linked Camden directly to New Orleans and other important cities. During this time, the first newspaper, the Ouachita Herald, had its first issue on November 6, 1845. The new town was incorporated on January 1, 1849, and elected its first officials. As the town grew, other religious groups formed. Baptists and Catholics were here by 1850, and the Presbyterian by 1852. Reliability of this forecast is based on current and forecasted river and weather conditions from the National Weather Service in Little Rock. You guys have a great weekend, and be safe. Alrighty.
Hey, just for future reference,
Yeah.
when something like that happens,
Uh-huh.
and even though we're not on the air side,
Right.
we're still broadcasting on the social media side. I forgot about that.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't say anything dirty.
Well, it wouldn't matter if you said it dirty on that side. We're not regulated there, but at least,
okay.
you didn't like lean back and start scratching strategic areas and things like that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the video was still on.
Oops.
Yeah. That
So
could have been bad.
We need to remember that in the future, that, if the EAS knocks us off air, that we're still here.
Apparently, we're still broadcasting.
Yeah, on the, they can still hear us in Hampton.
Ooh. Wow. Boy, the way we live dangerously anymore is, it boggles the mind. The only safe thing about that, because I'll be straight up and honest, I told Doc, while the EAS was going off, I'm going to go ahead and fire this break off, that way we go ahead and get it over with, right?
Uh-huh.
And, so I guess the Facebook Live and all of that and the stream, they all got to hear that.
Yes.
And the only saving grace is there's no sponsors in there. Okay. So, yeah. Well, I was trying not to waste, more of the listeners' time, because, hey, it's all about us, right?
Yeah, and we're solo today.
Yeah. So, Carrie Weatherford stiffed me.
Yes, she did.
So, poor Carrie, she overslept. she texted me like 5 minutes to airtime, and she said, I'm not going to make it. I was like, oh, well, yeah. Thanks for the heads up.
Well, it's not like she's got to get all purdied and everything, put makeup on and all
you
that
know,
stuff. And put on a nice outfit, to be on the radio.
She's always worried about the TV audience. So,
go talk to makeup department and hurry up.
Yeah. Well, I work especially hard to get this pretty each and every day. Oh, this just in from the Flaming Pig Barbecue, by the way. Clifton says he may have to hold off till 11:30 because the weather looks pretty nasty.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on radar. That last weather alert went out to include Nevada and Hempstead counties, along with the other ones that we've already had earlier, Pike, Dallas, Clark, and Ouachita.
So, yeah, if, you are in one of those counties, because we cover a lot of counties, definitely take caution, use caution.
Yeah, the first one expires
I'm sorry.
The first one expires at 8:28, and the second one will expire at 8:16. So I'd wait at least till 8:30 for all these to expire out.
8:16 would be the first one then.
Right, and that'll expire Hempstead and Nevada.
Then 8:28, right?
Mm-hmm. And that'll expire for Ouachita.
8:28 and then 8:16.
Well, because the order that they came in.
Well, I'm sorry,
Hey, look.
My fault. Eddie and Carl can't get their act together.
Don't tell it to me. Tell it to Eddie and Carl.
You are a professional, sir, and you are supposed to know better.
I have to dissect and translate into English.
You put it on the teleprompter, he will read it.
Yes, I will.
I'm telling you, Doc will read it. Anything. Oh, my. Did you see that Britney Spears, she married her longtime boyfriend, Sam whatever, yesterday in an intimate ceremony?
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, there were only supposed to be around 60 guests, but they included some big names like Madonna, Paris Hilton, Selena Gomez.
Really?
Gwyneth Paltrow, and that. Britney's brother, Brian, was supposed to be there, but not surprisingly, their mom, dad, and sister Jamie Lynn weren't invited. Also not in attendance were Britney's sons, but an attorney for their dad, Kevin Federline, said that all three of them wished her the best. Britney wore a Versace gown, and a source says she walked down the aisle to Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love.
Stop it.
Now, the wedding did have a crasher. You heard that, right?
Yeah. Well, we can't play it, though.
Jason Alexander. No, not the Seinfeld guy, Britney's first husband. They got hitched in 2004, but the marriage was annulled 55 hours later. And, I know Doc says we can't play it, but I actually got a little bit of audio. Because, Jason may not have Britney, but he does have a lot of musical memories.
Now available on Psycho X Records.
Hey, where's Britney at?
A collection of Jason Alexander's favorite songs.
I'm Jason Alexander. Britney Spears invited me here. She's my first wife, my only wife. I'm her first husband. My name's Jason Alexander.
Don't give up on us, baby.
Britney invited me here.
Don't make that wrong.
First husband.
Oh. Seem right.
I'm here to crash the wedding, bro. Hey, Britney.
I'm gonna find ya. I'm gonna get you.
Jason Alexander's favorite songs. Now available from Psycho X Records.
So, yeah.
So he would be the guy that would be way in the back when they say, if anybody objects to these two being married.
Me! I do!
That's what he's there for. He's that guy.
An emergency protective order was issued.
Hey, don't you know who I? It's really bad when you have to say, "Do you know who I am?" Everything's going to go south from there.
Yes.
See, at least when I was in court, and they said, "Doc Bryce, take off your hat," and I kind of had that look like, "What?"
Well,
and then I didn't say it. I was going. Do you know who? No, the chief of police go. Do you know who he is?
Right? Come on.
See, now that's better. Don't ever act like you left the house without your American Express card.
I'm telling you. Oh, and for you listeners out there, especially one lady that thought this was exceptionally funny. Yes, I was not in Walmart yesterday. I went incognito to
Really? Did
Super
you?
One. And yes, I got stopped in Super One, and she said, "You're not in Walmart."
Wait a minute. So you did the trench coat with the
Yes.
hat and the
I
glasses,
went completely incognito.
the dark sunglasses and everything.
And
and you still got busted out.
Yep, I'm telling you.
You think maybe it was the sunglasses that gave it away?
Might have been, yeah. Well, actually, I think it was my old grandpa glasses that I'm wearing now. You know.
I was going to say the trench coat. I mean, that's normal in the South
You're
this
right.
time of year.
Is that Santa Claus? No, that's that stupid JJ.
That's funny. You can call it. You're not at Walmart. You said you're going to be an automotive.
Well, that's me. Ooh. Just trying to get by.
See, that's when you go, "Hey, is that Doc Bryce over there?" And then they turn and look, and you run away.
So, yeah.
By the way, when you go to a celebrity wedding like this, what kind of gift do you bring?
Well, I mean, they already got everything, right?
That's what I'm saying. What would you? I mean, would you bring a toaster? Do they need a toaster?
I suppose it wouldn't be out of the ordinary, but I would suggest a cheap one.
Maybe a cheap blender or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, they would never really expect that, right?
Boy, talk about surprises.
Oh, have I got a surprise for you? Come here, Brittany. Elsewhere in the world, this would have been a tragic but delicious way to die. 2 workers at an M&M factory in Pennsylvania had to be rescued yesterday after they got trapped in a huge vat of chocolate.
Come on, man.
And couldn't get out.
It was waist high.
Yeah.
It's a wading pool. Come on.
I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa, loompa, doopa-dee-dee.
Yes, that's right.
So does that mean they were greedy and they just wanted all the chocolate for themselves?
It's a good possibility. One report said the chocolate was only about waist high, which was lucky. Otherwise, they could have drowned.
Yeah, they could have got sucked up that tube.
Someone called 911 around 2 o'clock and said the 2 people weren't hurt, but they couldn't get out. They were taken to a hospital, and it sounds like they're okay. No word on whether it ruined the whole batch or if they have ways to decontaminate the chocolate. So, it did take a while for rescuers to get to them because the rescuers had to navigate their way around a bunch of little orange men doing a song and dance number.
So when you decontaminate, right, do you just get sprayed with water to get the chocolate off, or do you lick it off?
Well, it depends on who you're with there, Doc Bryce. I
mean,
I figured you wouldn't have to ask that question of
I personally would be preening myself like a cat. Sitting there licking my arms, my hands,
I like this yoga stuff, okay?
No, not yet with the water hose. Hold on.
Wait just a minute there. Slow your roll there.
Use that for the spots you can't get. Hang on.
All right, and I had a special request, so everybody sing it with me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Vicky Sampson. Your sister sure does love you.
You're flat.
Yeah, well, she said I had to do it, man. I was like, okay. So, Vicky Sampson celebrating a big old birthday this weekend.
What kind of big old birthday?
I'm not going to know.
Are we talking about like a big winning number, or are we talking about double nickels? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Well, plus, yeah. So, there you go. Hey, speaking of somebody that's celebrating a great big old birthday this weekend, my honey.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, Mandy.
Oh, yeah?
So, for everybody going by Littlefield Express, my wife has to work on her birthday. So I want everybody to stop by Littlefield Express.
I was just up there.
And be sure to tell her happy birthday on her birthday, which is Sunday.
Oh, okay. I got till Sunday.
Yeah, she gets to open the store on Sunday for her birthday. So,
well, that's awesome.
And speaking of birthdays, today my brother Rex celebrates his 74th birthday.
Really?
Yeah, no. But he's celebrating his birthday. I mean, he's not quite 74 yet. And he's like 73. But, no, he is my older brother, however. And, we're not going to really say how old
Well, you also got that 104-year-old grandma in Connecticut too. That's,
Yes.
celebrating her birthday, and her lifelong wish got fulfilled when she got to hold and meet a real penguin.
See, now, isn't that amazing?
A bird in a tuxedo.
I love it. The bird dressed up just for her
Yep.
birthday.
Bird came in full nines, spats and everything.
Oh, and we also have a friend that's celebrating on Sunday as well, Crystal Lambert.
Hey, I know that person.
Yes. So, I mean, well, we've got a bunch of friends. Bernie Freeman Jr. From Boys and Girls Club going to be celebrating on Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I mean, there's just so many.
Yeah.
LaJoy Gordon.
Yeah.
Blaine Harris is celebrating.
Yeah.
Dwayne Hooker.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, well, Autumn Merritt. I mean, there's just a bunch of people celebrating that we know. I've got like 60 names.
Yeah.
Over the next 3 days.
Ooh.
I opened up Facebook and it said 29 of your friends have birthdays today, and I was like, ooh.
Oh, cheese and rice.
And so, yeah. All right, and let's see what else we got in the. Oh my God, can people get any dumber?
Are we talking about the truck?
Yes. Oh my God.
Wait. It will come here.
Yeah. Well, the TikTok challenges have really kept us entertained for the last.
Yeah,
couple
but
of
see,
years.
this is America. That's over in Indonesia.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a moving truck, so,
right? But in America, see, because we're America, so we're going to up it.
America.
You know what we're going to do instead of a truck? Truck is for wussies.
Yeah,
you know what Americans do?
Train.
Yeah, for an American challenge, you jump in front of a train.
Make sure that puppy stops.
Yeah. See, so here's the deal. So the challenge is you got to stand in front of a moving truck, and then see if the truck stops before it hits you. Unfortunately, for two people, that did not happen.
Yeah, 2 people have already died trying to. So, I mean, and I was talking to our brother Chris this morning. I mean,
because he's a trucker.
It's been a family day, all right? You know what I mean? So, anyway, I was on the phone with him when somebody decided to pull out in front of him as he was driving down the highway at 55 miles an hour.
Maybe that was their TikTok challenge.
And, yeah, I mean, what else?
Those things can stop on a dime.
Oh, yeah. As long as you put it like 4 football fields ahead of you.
Well, we saw what happened on I-30 just on Wednesday.
Oh, my God, that was horrible.
Yes, but they stopped.
They did stop.
See? So they can stop.
They can stop. So, hey, they're calling that this new TikTok challenge the Angel of Death Challenge. Can you believe this?
Who comes up with this stuff?
I don't know. What's next? Are we going to be leaping out of airplanes without a parachute?
Probably.
You know what? There was a guy that did that last month. Did you see that stupid stuff?
Uh-uh.
All right, so he
Did
tried.
he survive?
Yes. All right. Well, he didn't jump out of the airplane without a parachute. All right. Let me be a little more specific.
Okay.
So him and his buddy, right? They asked the FAA if they can do this stunt, and the FAA says, "No, dummy, you can't.
You can't
do
that."
Here's what they did, right? They take off in their little Cessna-looking things, right? Mm-hmm. And they're flying along, and each of them jumps out of the airplane and tries to change planes. Like a Chinese fire drill?
Yeah.
Only 10,000 feet in the air.
Uh-huh.
And, sadly, one of the planes didn't make it. One of the guys is not near as quick on the parachute as the other guy. Both guys walked away, all right, and one plane survived. But and he was like, dude, I tried to ask permission. I figured it was better to ask forgiveness than permission at this point.
So there's probably a reason why the FAA said no on this project.
I mean, people.
I think it's a conspiracy. I really do.
Who can be the biggest moron?
I think what it is this is the Gen Xers coming up with ways to get the millennials to thin the herd.
Well,
it's the Gen Xers who are coming up with these ideas. I bet they have meetings, monthly meetings, and they're like, well, what's the TikTok we're doing this month? I got one for you. Here it is. All right, we're going to call it the Angel of Death.
Yes.
And what you do is we tell the millennials and the Gen Zs that the challenge is they have to get out in front of a truck and make it stop. Yes. And if they don't, Well,
I mean, hey,
you're not a winner.
look at it like this, okay? I don't know. I'm just. This may be the dumbest one yet. All right, I mean,
Stick to eating Tide Pods.
The Tide Pods and the cotton candy and
the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I mean, these were all,
the chocolate fountain.
Yeah, you had a real good chance of survival. Okay, I mean, jumping out in front of a moving truck is definitely not the brightest of ideas. Okay.
Well, I'm glad I taught my children way better.
I guess it's probably my fault that this has come to be. I used to tell my kids, when they would come and ask me something stupid, just to go outside and lie in the middle of the street and count transmissions.
Oh, yeah, I remember doing that.
So, I mean, but they knew I wasn't serious. I mean,
well, that's because...
Most of the time. I mean,
kids knew better back then. Now, they'll actually go do it. They think you're serious.
Yeah, they're like, oh, wow, that sounds cool.
Okay,
how many can I see?
What do I get with the highest count?
Well... Boy, I'm here to tell you, you're going to get this really, really cool thing when that Corvette comes by.
Oh, here comes the lowrider.
Yep. Hey, he's got that hydraulic stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. You're going to nip your nose. Watch out.
I don't know, man. All right, so. Anyway, all right, and finally, a former detective went viral on TikTok. Beans were on TikTok.
Yes.
Did you see that
talked
one?
about this earlier and how to turn off your geo settings on your camera.
Well, yeah, I mean, and this is, good information. Go ahead. I'll let you cover it again.
Oh. Well, anyhow, when you're dealing with somebody online and they're saying, hey, send me a picture, and you do a selfie or something like that, if you have the settings are typically turned on by default in your phone, and what it does is when you snap a picture, it takes a snapshot of your latitude and longitude of where you're at. It doesn't do a physical address. It just takes latitude and longitude. And that is part of the metadata that's in that JPEG. And if somebody knows what they're doing, all you have to do is just look at the properties of that JPEG, and it'll tell you where the latitude and longitude was where that picture was taken. So if you're taking pictures at home, ladies, you're giving away your address without actually giving away your address, because all you got to do is take that latitude and longitude, plug it into Google Maps.
Yeah.
Bam! There you are. Hey, I know where you live now. I'm going to come stalk you. So go through your phone, turn that setting off, and he said another thing that you could do, too, is when you take a selfie, take a screenshot of that selfie, and then the metadata won't be in there.
Yeah, you can send that photo instead.
Mm-hmm.
And, that... I mean, I had never thought about it. I'm sorry.
We got cut off.
What, again?
Yeah, but don't forget, though, they can still hear us on Facebook.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just letting you know the air side we got cut off.
Yeah, but can they hear the National Weather Service
they
on
don't
the Facebook
hear it.
side?
No, they don't hear it on their side.
Oh, well, if you're listening in on Facebook, run for your life!
Uh-oh, the lights just went out in Kelly's studio.
Up.
And it's dark in my room. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's going to be, if you are listening in on Facebook, check your National Weather Service app and make sure that you're not in line.
We'll tell you here in just a second.
Yeah, well, or you can wait. I mean, tornado's headed, but, I'm not going to tell you where until they're done talking. So, yeah. Oh, look. Phone's ringing on the wrong side. I don't answer that phone.
Yeah, they're like, what in the world are y'all doing over there?
Yeah, well,
why y'all causing so much problems with the weather?
It's just what we do when we have it's a slow morning. So, let's see.
Camden. Monticello. Hemorrhage. They're hemorrhaging over there or something?
Ooh, well, that's just nasty.
Glove City. Oh, I like the sound of that.
I bet they love each other a lot over there.
All right, we're coming back here. Right. And we're back.
And if you missed that, I've got to tell you, you really missed out on one of the funniest bits we've ever done.
Oh, just got a code red, too.
Oh, did we now?
That's why your phone's ringing.
That's probably, because it's not the studio line that's ringing. It's the, office line.
Yeah, that's the code red.
Radio works.
It's for a thunderstorm warning. Is it telling you?
Well, it just said, this is a code red, and then I put it up to the microphone, and, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you.
So, okay. Code red is malfunctioning, so, again, we have severe weather in the area. Oh, doggone it, they're going to make me look.
No, I'm trying to pull it up, but for some reason my Weather Underground map is eating up my resources right now. So anyhow, this just came out. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for, let's see, the other one's expired. So this one here is going to be for Bradley, Calhoun, and Ouachita.
Well, I've got locations including Sparkman, Wayland Springs, White Oak Lake State Park, Manning, Reeder, Tates Bluff, Dallark, Chittister, Poison Springs State Park, Princeton, Ouachita, Vaden, Pine Grove, and Bragg City.
Oh, and since you mentioned Tate Bluff, or Tate's
thing.
Bluff, yeah. Stay away from there.
Come on. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until about 8:15 for that area. Southwestern Clark, southwestern Dallas, and northwestern Ouachita counties. And, everywhere else that, I just said. So.
Oh, Code Red sent me a text message.
Did they?
Yeah, it says.
See, mine's not working.
It says a severe thunderstorm a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for your location at 612 Fairview Road. Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, well, that's really nice.
So everybody else that's not around 612 Fairview Road, you're safe. Just go on about your day. Just stay away from the radio station, according to Code Red.
It's safe everywhere else, but it's coming right for us.
It's coming straight for the radio station with a vengeance.
All right, here's a new one that's in effect until 8:45. Severe thunderstorm warning for South Central Cleveland County, Bradley County, Southeastern Clark County, Calhoun County, Southwestern Dallas County, Ouachita County, and Southwestern Drew County. Until 8:45. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. These locations include Camden, Warren, Hampton, Stevens, Wilmar, Sparkman, Chittister, Luann, Ingalls, Hampton Municipal Airport. They got an airport in Hampton? I didn't know that.
Do they?
Well, that's what it says. Monticello, Fordyce, Bearden, Hermitage, Callion, Thornton, Harrell, Bluff City, White Oak Lake State Park, and Morro Bay. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Turn around
and don't drown. And stay out the river.
Yeah, please. All right. I mean, the river is actually up from yesterday. It's up about 6 feet from yesterday, and we've got, being these warnings are in effect today. Doc Bryce had on his news that they're working on a new warning system for the river.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I understand right, Judge Mack was asking for people that had brought this up to come on down.
Yeah, I believe. Okay, so you've got the parents of Cooper, right?
Right.
Or the family of Cooper. They were there present at the city council meeting when they presented this, and then the Glazes.
Okay.
Bobby and Laura.
Right.
Glaze. And they presented this, and they call it Cooper's Law. But the thing was, though, is that the city council, Camden City Council and the mayor said that this was out of their purview. This is something that they can't do. So they took it to the county. And so they presented it to Judge McAdoo, and the county was very interested in it. And so they came up with a legislative deal to pass on. And the thing was, though, is that it got defeated. But there's an explanation to that, because you're like, wait, why would you vote down something like this as important? So they're going to call it Cooper's Law, and this is a legislative ordinance. And so what this was supposed to do is the Quorum Court recommends personal flotation devices while using the Ouachita River at all times. So anytime you're on the river,
yeah, you should. Then
you shouldn't. You better be. You better be wearing that flotation device. Now, the state says that you at least have to have it on the boat.
Right.
But you don't have to wear it.
Well,
if you're over 12 or something like that.
But county and city ordinances
are now saying if you're on our river,
supersede.
Within our jurisdiction of the river, you better be wearing that flotation device. And then the other one is further designates county judge to place throwable flotation devices at all public access points and the river, including Tate's Bluff, Knight's Landing, Sandy Beach, Riverwalk, Frenchport Landing, Spoon Bend, and any other future public access points. So that's the one that you see now that's out there that was donated, where it's on a pedestal and it's a case and it's got a actual lifesaver in there.
Right.
That's not a toy.
Not the candy.
No, it's not a toy. So, don't pull it out of the case and everything so your kids can use it in the river. That's for emergencies only. And the other thing was, too, is to designate signage out there, like green for low threat, yellow for medium threat, and high for a high threat, which is dangerous levels on the river. And that's if the river levels exceed 26 feet. Which I believe is a flood stage.
Yeah, flood stage is 26 feet here in Camden. Now, depending on where you are, flood levels are different at each checkpoint along the Ouachita River and along every river.
Right, but the one that they're using is that little station that you see up on the bridge of 7.
Yes.
And that's where they're getting their measurements from, is that bridge right there.
Yeah, current measurement as of, about 30 minutes ago, was 15.18 feet. So it's up a foot from when I did the river report in the 6 o'clock hour.
Now, something else that Judge McAdoo has asked upon us, along with J.P. Delvon,
yes,
is if we could somehow coordinate with the county. Now, this is something in the future that we'll have to work with them together with, but something where we can incorporate those danger levels into our reports. So that way people will be informed through the radio and through social media that they need to stay out of the river.
Yes.
So this allows the county to be able to actually shut off access points. So, if you go out there to Tate's Bluff, because I've been out there when it's flooded.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Oh, my gosh, and talk about the current on that thing. Man, that thing is strong.
Yeah, and, even the best of swimmers, and we know this for a fact, can't compete with an undertow and a current that we have on the Ouachita River.
Oh, no, because that thing will suck you under.
I know you think you're the best swimmer on the planet, but unfortunately, we keep finding that to not be the case. So, we want everybody to be safe.
Right. And we want you to follow the advisements and everything of these warnings and stuff. So when they say that the river is at a dangerous level, then
pay attention.
Pay attention.
And, maybe don't go. Stuff can happen even in a boat.
Look at Mark Merritt.
Absolutely.
That was something so unexpected.
Right.
And all it was that him and his wife, from what the sheriff's department told me, was they launched from Sandy Beach. They got in their boat. And it was one of those aluminum bottom boats, where you got the motor in the back and you just kind of got the little yoke that you use to pan left and right, and then you got the throttle on the handle.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're using that kind of boat. She's in the front, he's in the back. And so the river was up, but they were going to this place called Mud Lake.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
But supposedly what it is when the river floods, the fish get trapped inside this little kind of pool. So when the river recedes, the fish stay in that little pool. And so a lot of people like to go over there and catch the fish out of that little pool because they're trapped in there now.
Right.
And that's where they were going. So while they were on their way there, they hit an unseen object in the river, which caused them to launch. And next thing you know, both of them are in the river. And so with the river being as high as it was, because it was over flood stage.
Yes.
At the time when that happened. So, something totally unforeseen, unexpected, and things like that. Because the whole thing with the kids was it was just kind of one of those things. It's like, hey, I bet you can't swim over there. And kids being kids, and
sure.
Kids doing kid stuff. And, that's something completely different. But when you're just trying to boat and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, it's no different than driving in your car. You're obeying the traffic laws. You're watching the stop signs, the lights, and everything.
And stuff happens.
And something happens. So, when it comes to the river, you just got to take that precaution. And if the river's up at a level to where it's above flood stage, just don't go.
It's unforgiving and unrelenting, folks. So, use caution.
Yeah.
All right. All of the listening area pretty much under a severe thunderstorm warning.
Right.
So, you guys use caution and, run for your lives. Not run for your lives.
Well, of course, the National Weather Service will break in when need be and let you know of what's going on, of watches, warnings, and things like that. But also, should things get worse, we will break into regular programming and let you know on what needs to be done. And
bring
what
it to you just as fast and proud as we can.
Now, keep in mind, too, if should we go off air, we still got the stream, so you can listen in on the streams. If
we have to switch to generators. The generator for Magic 104.5 is your go-to for local stuff.
Yes, because what we'll end up doing, God forbid, should the finger of God come down and grace our landscape,
again,
we can switch over. We can take all the studios and go directly to Magic 104.5 and broadcast from there on the backup generator. So just kind of keep those things in mind if you lose contact, because you could lose your phone service and everything else with that. So radio is still the place to go when it all matters the most.
Amen to that. It's the Roundtable, boys and girls. We're brought to you by a bunch of fine people.
There it went.
Serious? Are we off again?
No, we just temporarily got knocked off the air and back just as I said that.
I was like, really? All right. So we're the Roundtable. Flaming Pig going to be opening up maybe a little bit late. So
you better hurry, because it did it again.
We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case your name here. News Talk 92 KBEU Bearden. News Talk for South Arkansas. News Talk 92 KBEU.
But there was nothing new there. Yesterday we had Alan Dershowitz on, and he said, what you have to do is try to play the prosecution, because there's nobody that disagrees that is even in that room. They're all convinced this is a judge, the lawyers, everybody, even the defense attorney, if you will, the side of the defense.